Hey guys, SW Collector 1 back again with another Star Wars action figure review. This time we have the Walmart exclusive super articulated Black Series Poe Dameron X-Wing gear. I guess they're not actually calling him that, but that's what he's wearing. So I'll kind of give you a comparison shot here about your 6-inch figure on the left and the new 3 3/4 figure on the right. So kind of at first glance, they look pretty similar, and honestly they're actually very similar. The only difference you're going to get with a 6-inch figure is those two extra hands. You don't get the ungloved hands with the smaller scale figure. The one thing that I know a lot of people and myself kind of complained about with the Black Series, as in the 6-inch one, was that, let's see if it focuses here, kind of somewhat awful paint sculpt. So this one actually isn't that bad, but I've seen some where I think people are almost calling him the coked out look of Poe Dameron. So I can safely say for sure that has been dramatically fixed with the new scale of Poe. So I'll kind of bring him in here a little bit and hopefully my camera looks good. So right off the hop you can see that the details and the sculpt on this figure are actually quite incredible. Let's see if I can maybe get a little bit more zoom here. Take away from the light a bit. You see a lot of ripples in the clothes and just pretty much everything from the chest piece here to even just the little buckles on his belt part. It's really phenomenal. This is so far I would say Poe is my favorite of the Walmart exclusive line. And I like Kylo Ren a lot, but this guy is awesome. So accessories that Poe comes with, he comes with his X-Wing helmet, as well as his little blaster, which can just fit in his little pouch. I'm a little disappointed with the detail on the blaster. Not sure if I'll be able to get a good enough look at it, but it's very bland. There's virtually not much detail to it at all, but it's a smaller scale gun, and really it's not that big of a deal for these figures. The helmet is awesome. I love the colors. Got a little Rebel insignia up here, and the visor is really neat just because it is that translucent color, so when you actually put it on his head you can still see his eyes and everything. So it fits really good. It's nice and snug and it looks pretty darn sweet. So what most people are going to want to know, other than articulation, is obviously have they fixed Poe's head sculpt? And as I mentioned, they did. I think this one looks fantastic. Personally, it looks a lot more like the actor Oscar Isaac, and kind of has a little bit more of a attitude look to him. See if I can get the camera to focus much more than what it is, but I think we're hooped on that. But that's still pretty good. I'm not disappointed. The face sculpt and the hair looks really good, and the paint apps are also pretty consistent. Hasbro even did a pretty good job of having some nice shadow here for his beard. So it looks really good. I'm a big fan of this figure. Articulation wise, basically kind of what you've seen in my other videos with the Black Series figures. You got the ball jointed elbows, or sorry, shoulders, and they go up pretty high. They are limited to that much movement, but you know what? At the end of the day, you can't really complain. That's pretty good. It's a lot better than the 5 POA stuff we're seeing. And you got your ball joints on your shoulders as well. Shoulders, I can't talk, elbows. So you know, if you want Poe to flex a little bit, look awesome flexing. And then the hands as well also have a little bit. It's more so swivel than anything, but a little bit of movement, not a whole lot. The upper torso is pretty much kind of like the Finn figure and the Stormtrooper that I showed you earlier. Oh, I want my camera to get back in focus. Here we go. It's limited to just the top torso. There's nothing on the bottom, unfortunately. And the legs are the same joint, so up side to side. And then the knees, your ball joint is at your knees, so you can, you know, change his knee position to make it look a little better, since your kick is not greatest, since it's more the side joints here. You can see, yeah, you can see there. Same just on each side, it's not forward and back, but it's not that big of a deal. And then their ankles move up and down as well. no side-to-side movements, and they get a little bit hindered on the other leg just because of where the pants end. These little, I guess you'll call it belt, does hinder his movement a little bit, but what they've kind of done to make it a little easier if you want to get some dynamic poses is you can actually just unclip it at the back. So I found this out by mistake actually. So it just unclips at the back, it's a little hole, and then you can just, it doesn't fully come off. It actually stops just near the back. It's glued in there. I tried to see if I could take it off, but I'll break it if I do. And that way you can just kind of move around it a little bit more, get some more poses for Poe in. That way you're not make him do like splits almost. And then all you would do is just lock it back in as so, and that way you're not kind of dealing with it limiting your movements too much. It's pretty neat. The same comes with this box too. The chest piece actually pops off well. Doesn't come off the knees or the legs where it's attached, but it is just kind of a little cool thing to have with this figure. All in all, I'm a huge fan of it, mainly because of the detail. The detail on this is back to what you would expect from Hasbro in their glory days, as I would say, the days of the vintage collection, legacy collection. It's kind of what you would expect. So I'm going to put that helmet on because he looks pretty sweet. Yeah, all the details from what looks like almost like a little ammo belt on his ankle to the Rebel insignia, just to the ripples in the clothing and the pouches. It's a really great figure, and his pistol sits nice and snug in that holster, and then you can get a lot of range of motion with him too. So all in all, I am a huge fan of Poe. I'm really excited to see how awesome this character is this week as The Force Awakens comes out, and I'm at the 7 o'clock show on the 16th, so it's going to be pretty sweet. So it's a nice addition to get a super articulated version of Poe with a face that looks good, and it looks really well, or really nice, next to your 6-inch Black Series figure. So all in all, Poe is awesome, my favorite so far. I did post a review of Finn earlier, this guy right here, and I do, like I mentioned, the Finn video also have Rey. So I'll be doing the review of Rey next, and most likely these are all going to be posted at the same time. So stay tuned for the next review. Thanks a lot.